Southwest 3216, maintain 250 knots, still advised.
250, still advised, 3216.
SoCal 47, 225 descending via the Angel 4, and we have Oscar.
JetBlue 47, SoCal approach, maintain 280 knots, still advised, cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
280 knots, still advised, cleared ILS 25 left, JetBlue 47.
Southwest 3216, contact approach 128.5, good day.
Good day, Southwest 3216.
Delta 1323 is descending out of 24 via the Hollywood for 12,000, Oscar.
Delta 1323, SoCal approach, maintain 280 knots, still advised, cleared ILS runway 24 right approach.
Alright, ILS 24 right and maintain 280 knots until advised, Delta 1323.
American 1228 checking in.
American 1366.
American 1366, now maintain 250 knots, still advised, contact approach 124.9er, good day.
50, still advised, 24.9, American 1366.
Connected to PilotEdge.
American 1228 approach. Alaska 5, maintain 250 knots, still advised, contact approach 128.5, good day.
Okay, 28.5, 250, still advised, Alaska 5, see you later.
So, SoCal, American 1228, 19.6 on the Hollywood. We've got Oscar.
American 1228, SoCal approach, maintain 280 knots, still advised, cleared ILS runway 25 left approach, heavy Boeing 767.
Okay, cleared ILS 25 left approach, and 280 knots is still advised, and keep an eye on that traffic, American 1228.
JetBlue 487, maintain 250 knots, full advised, contact approach 124.9er, good day.
250, 24.9, good day, JetBlue 47.
LA approach Delta 1348, fly level 225, descending via the Angel 4, information Oscar.
All right. As you can tell, the weather is pretty bad at Bakersfield. So definitely doing an IFR out of here. And I'll probably end up keeping the IFR, just whatever. I mean, the weather's fine once we get out of Bakersfield area, but pretty much a straight shot to Santa Maria. So, because if it's economy, why do a tour? So straight shot A to B on this flight plan works perfectly well, and I filed we're going to file 8,000 feet. Matter that. M9, how you doing there, bud? It goes well today. Doing little FS economy ops. So sim brief, the way I do it, I use the King Air, 8,000 feet. We're going to do the Meadow 4s to Fellows VOR. That's what Fellows VOR. 5 passengers. I know this is turboprop, so what we do, we generate it. Since these small GA use about half the fuel, I just cut the fuel, takeoff fuel in half. So instead of 686, half of that's 343 divided by 6 is 57 gallons of fuel is what I need to cover all these things. So I rounded it up to 60 gallons. So we're going to load 60 gallons. Departure is altimeter 3021. And glad to hear it, M9. Glad you're doing well. Thank gosh the holidays are over, right? Feels like we actually have time to do our hobbies again. Darn family. Who wants to spend time with family? It's a joke. All right. So the taking off 3s. The wind is light and variable. Obviously overcast to 300. We 0 wind, 10 square miles. Good there. They're landing on 30, so we will plan for 30 and we'll park here by the tower. So we're going to go to PilotEdge. There is no tech route for this. So 8,000, we are in a C310, 8,000. Don't need an alternate. IFR. So I'll file that. Holiday over, back to work. Yeah, you and me both. I turned in my last car. I do like Uber and Lyft and other rideshare type stuff. I do it early in the morning. That's why I stream at this time of day. But I turned in my old car, so I hadn't had a car for a few months. So I hadn't been at work. I was waiting until after the holidays, using my card payment as helping to pay down bills and Christmas gifts and all that stuff. So finally was able to buy myself another brand new car. Got a brand new 2019 Kia Altima. All the bells and whistles. It's panoramic sunroof. It's got all the gadgets. It's a really cool car, actually. I like it. So I'm back to my normal schedule, which I prefer to be on a normal schedule. So we're doing FS economy. It's already added the 60 gallons there for the Cessna. We've got 5 passengers, although I'm not gonna carry 5 passengers, but money-wise, I'll have 5 passengers. All right. So I'm gonna log in, start the flight. Passengers are loaded. Got 60 gallons. We're gonna change the passengers to what I want. So we're just gonna do 3 passengers. The fuel remains the same. We're doing class cockpit G5 and 600. We're in the envelope. We'll close that door. So that's how you load up FS Economy with your own weight. FS Economy does not care about weight. It only cares about fuel. So we'll hop in here. We'll get these things set up. So strobes are off. Put the beacon on. Nav light to steady. All those are off. We can open up that window. That door is still open. Probably need to make sure my C310. Make sure all that's set. Put it on the main tank. And we will close the cow flaps. Fuel tanks on. Editing my note here. Okay. Oh, I was thinking about Facebook, popped into my head. So I'm an admin like yourself. At least I think you are. Yeah, I know you are. I've seen you make changes to the Facebook page, but or not. But you allow new people to come in. And you can see the log. But there's been a lot more people trying to join the group that don't answer the question properly. Who makes explain, and people are like, haha, or who cares. So whenever they don't answer it properly, I've been denying them, because if they're not serious about answering one simple question about who makes explain, why do they even want to be in the Explain Learning Center? And I think some of the people that are getting through, maybe Joe or someone, I don't mean to point him out, I have no idea, but someone might be authorizing some of these people to come through because some of the posts I'm having the flag, because it's like they're trying to sell stuff. So I'm trying to pay attention. I'm not sure how to send out a message to all the admins and not the people that are not admins, just to remind all the admins that some people are just coming in to advertise. So we really need to pay attention and maybe even bump up the questions to maybe 2 or 3 questions instead of just one generic. And then we can rule out the spam a little better. So I think I'm going to ask Joe about that, because we're just getting hit with new member requests every day, like 5 and 6 a day. And a lot of them are starting to be spam related. So we certainly don't want a Facebook group full of people trying to sell stuff. So let's raise that up, battery on, mags on. Hey Jake, today's an exciting day for you, huh? Getting your new goggles in today, hopefully. I checked the tracking, it said it's out for delivery. And M9 says I would take that up with Joe. I was just promoted, so don't feel qualified to make that kind of decision. Yeah, no, I'll talk to Joe about it. It's just when people make fun of the question or they don't answer the question, they're like, who cares? That tells me they don't really care about the group. They just want to spam, and that's what I've been starting to see. So, anyone that puts LR or laminar research, or even if they mention, what's the guy's name that owns LR, but having a brain fart. But anyway, so if they mention that guy's name, anything to do with X-Plane, I authorize. I authorize 90-something% of people that are trying to join, but otherwise it's kind of a pain. We want to keep it useful and interesting, not a dumping ground for stuff. Yeah, exactly. So people that actually want to be there for the purpose of X-Plane, those are the ones I want there. But some of them that don't answer the question, or they answer it in such a way that has no relation to X-Plane, like someone said order a pizza. When it said who makes X-Plane, they wrote let's order a pizza or something like that. Now it's just like nope, denied. I mean, I'm just getting more and more of that. I think as the group is gaining momentum and popularity, that we're getting a lot of strange requests. It just arrived, Jake? You just need to finish work? Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll send you my my settings for DCS, the ones that I used prior with the Oculus. That should help you, Jake. Austin, that's right, Austin Meyer. Yeah, so ones that put Austin or Austin Meyer or anything X-Plane. And the other thing I do is I look at the profile. If I see pictures of airplanes and other Facebook groups similar to that of aviation, then that's an automatic yes, even if they don't answer the question. It's just I'm seeing a lot of different stuff, but I'm glad it got in, Jake. That's good. You gotta let me know later on after work, and remind me if I don't do it beforehand, and I'll send you those settings. All right, so we got that set, that set, that set. Prime the engines. Fuel is fine. Okay. Can't get this number one to mesh. There we go. Sometimes it takes a second. Normally you would not over rev, but I have a hard time making this. I got them bound to the same axis. turn the alternators. Left and right alternators on. Auxiliary fuel pumps can come on. Oil pressure is okay on both engines. Of course, you're supposed to check that with right at start, but didn't want to start right off the bat. And we can come down here and do avionics on.
St. Louis now. Bear on 388 Tango Mike, radio check, please.
Missed the call sign, but calling for the radio check 5x5.
Yes, sir. Bear on 388 Tango Mike.
Great, Tango Mike, 5x5.
Thank you.
217, 1810 as tower.
Riverside ground 215 Alpha Fox, ready for taxi with Golf IFR.
For 215 Alpha Foxtrot, Riverside ground runway 27, Delta.
Meadows Field, Bakersfield, California. Aegis Information Delta 1930 Zulu. Wind 260 at 3. Visibility 2.5. Mist. Ceiling 500 overcast. Temperature 7. Dew point 5. Altimeter 3020. Arriving and departing runway 30 left, 30 right. ILS runway 30 right and RNAV runway 30 left approach and use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Alright, we've got Delta. So we can come down here and we'll adjust the altimeter. Was 3020. Ground elevation for Bakersfield is 510. So it's within 75. It's within 75. We're good. Let's set the source for the 530. Lean the engine while we sit here, and we'll check out the flaps. All right, flaps are working. Turn back on the mic. And like I said, we're going to do IFR out of here because it's really hazy and foggy and misty. It's even worse over there. And I'm only going to ask for 8,000 feet, so it's a straight shot. I'm at Bakersfield. I can't remember if I filed the flight plan. Yep, I already did. Okay. Bakersfield ground. Good afternoon. Twin Cessna 1399 Atlantic. Current with Delta. IFR Santa Maria.
Number 1399 Bakersfield ground. Cleared to the Santa Maria Airport for the Meadows 4 departure. Radar vectors, Fellows, VOR, direct. Maintain 4,000. Correction, maintain 3,000. expect 8,010 minutes. Departure frequency 118.8, squawk 3402.
Clear to Santa Maria via Meadows for departure. Radar vectors, fellows, direct. Climb maintain 3,000. Expect 8,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure 118.8, squawk 3402, Twin Cessna 1399.
You're 1399, are we back correct?
Alright, so we're squared away on that. I know I'm going to be using a VOR localizer, back course, whatever thingy, for SMX. So that would be localizer, DME, back course alpha. So that'd be 108.9. So 108.9. We'll put that as actually I'm on the wrong one. No, I'll just set them both. Who cares? Actually, I'm using this one, so that was right the first time. And then the course is 300. And that's heading. All right, there's our course. We got GPS, flight plan, menu. We'll delete, we'll start from scratch. We're going to go from here to a VOR fellows, which is FLW. Yeah, I don't know my ABCs. And then the airport. SMX Santa Maria. Put that in there. We'll do a procedure and approach, localizer, back course, alpha, and vectors is fine. We'll just load it for visual. Bump that out to 20 miles. Let's see. I'm gonna squawk 3402. Squawk and altitude. Trim for takeoff. We're at the takeoff right there. And autopilot is he said 3,000, so we'll go to altitude.
Mars Tower, November 648 Charlie. Romeo holding short runway 28 right.
3,000.
648 Charlie Romeo. Montgomery Tower runway 28 right. Clear for takeoff.
28 right. Clear for takeoff. 8 Charlie Romeo.
Which is 301 on the course heading. So 301. Takeoff heading mode. So flight director, heading, vertical speed.
Bakersfield ground. Good afternoon.
At 1,000 feet.
Baron 7732 Juliet. We'd like to open IFR flight plan to San Luis.
For 7732 Juliet, Bakersfield ground, clear to the San Luis Airport by the Meadows for departure.
ESP is off.
Radar vectors, Morro Bay, VOR. direct,
So we'll
maintain
do
3000. Expect 10,000
taxi
and
light
10 minutes.
on.
Departure frequency 118.8, squawk 4101.
Basically ready to go.
7732 Juliet, cleared to San Luis Obispo, Meadows 4 departure, vectors Morro Bay, then direct. 3000 will expect 10, after 10, departure 18.8, squawk 4101.
Earth 7732 Juliet, read back correct.
Delta 19300 Zulu.
Great, Charlie Romeo, contact departure.
260 at
Still Delta.
Contacting departure, Charlie Romeo.
So which way am I facing? The compass 210, 210. All right, we're good. So I'm at Alpha 4. Let me get lined up in front of Alpha 3, which is to my left.
First 618 Charlie Romeo, SoCal, correction 648 Charlie Romeo, SoCal departure, radar contact, maintain VFR.
And there should be a place to do a run up at the end of the runway, so we should be fine. So what is this, Alpha 3? Okay. Still with Delta, so Bakersfield ground, Twin Cessna 1399 Atlantic, current with Delta, ready to taxi.
Number 1399 Bakersfield ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
30 right, Alpha Bravo 1399. All right, here we go. Check FS economy on my laptop, make sure it shows en route.
Los Angeles Ground's good.
Which it does.
Once again, XL 431, information Yankee, IFR to Las Vegas, please.
XL 431. Alright, clearance clear to the Las Vegas McCarran Airport by the Sebi 3 departure. Radar vector Seal Beach. And as filed. Climb via SID, accept maintain 5000. Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 5175.
Roger, cleared to the Las Vegas McCarran International Airport, Sebi 3 departure. We didn't spot that one. As radar vector Seal Beach standard filed. Climb via the 6, maintain 5. Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 5175, XL 431.
XL 431, read back correct. It's Sierra, Echo, Bravo, Bravo, Yankee.
Yeah, we've got that now, thanks.
Bravo, read back correct.
Do a kind of a bigger swing to the right here. Come back to the runway. Do our run up. Mixture full rich, so we don't mess up the plugs. Temperatures are in the green. So we'll do 2000 RPMs and we'll check the mags. Gyro suction is fine, everything's in the green. So I should see a drop in RPM per mag. Got a drop. Got a drop. A drop. And a drop. So mags are good. Now we make sure the at full idle we don't lose an engine. Nope. Back to 1000 RPM, we will open up the cow flaps for takeoff to allow all the air into the engine to help keep it cool since we're going to be at full power. Set for runway heading. Do strobes on. Landing lights, taxi lights. We are ready to go. So we go to tower, which is 1810, departure 18-8.
Riverside Tower, Centurion 215, Alpha Fox holding short.
We're going to rotate at 80 knots, which we're going to use this speed tape because
Riverside Tower,
80 knots is right
for
here. This is miles per hour, and that messes me up.
Cleared for takeoff.
The inside is the IAS, which is really weird. So I like using the tape. It's just easier. Bakersfield Tower, Twin Cessna 1399, hold short 30 right. And we'll do pitot heats on. I am on the right frequency. I might have cut him off. 18-1. Bakersfield Tower, November 1399, holding short 30 right.
Number 1399, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff, 12703.
30 right, clear for takeoff, 1399. Alright. Nice G5. Does the 3-ton come with that, or is that the new AFM G5? It's basically the same as the AFM that just came out, but no. This came out with the aircraft, so this comes with the aircraft. The developer did an update to include this one. He had a different one before it, and once I saw that he had added this G500, that's when I bought this airplane, and I've been very happy with this airplane. It's really, really a great model. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy the G500. Just all right, there's 80 knots, so you can rotate. Gear coming up.
Number 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure 1399, see ya. Alright, so it'll be Bakersfield departure. Bakersfield departure, Twin Cessna 1399er, Meadows 4, 1,200 for 3,000.
Number 1399, Bakersfield departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000, reaching 3,000, clear direct Fellows VOR.
Climb maintain 8,000, leaving 3,000, clear direct Fellows VOR 1399. Alright, so let's do...
Departure 215, Alpha Fox level 4,000.
Let's go up to 8,000.
SoCal departure, radar contact.
And the Fellows VOR is to my left. So leaving 3,000, we'll turn left. And this is why I did IFR, because you can't see nothing. Lower the props a little bit, about 26 or so. We got the yaw damper is on, everything is good, coming up to 3,000. So we're gonna do Flight plan. Direct 2.
We're 648 Charlie Romeo, contact
Enter.
SoCal approach 128.1.
128.1, 8 Charlie Romeo.
Now we're going direct to Fellows. Still climbing out at 1,000 feet per minute.
SoCal approach, November 648 Charlie Romeo's at
There goes the fog.
4,500.
We're 648 Charlie Romeo, SoCal approach, low John Wayne altimeter 3011, and information whiskey is current at Torrance.
3011 and get whiskey, thanks. 8 Charlie Romeo.
It's just low level. Like I said, normally you could just switch, cancel your IFR as soon as you get above the clouds or out of the clouds and just go VFR, maybe with flight following if you wanted to, but as you can see, it's pretty much a straight shot.
431 LA ground runway 25 right,
And
taxi
I don't want to go any
Bravo.
higher than 8,000 anyway, so might as well just stick with IFR.
We're 75600 Santa Maria ground runway 30 taxi via Alpha. XL 431 verified transponder on. We're 600 roger.
I could climb faster, but I'm trying to maintain some speed as well.
American 1632, Las Vegas clearance cleared to the Los Angeles International Airport by the Boach 8 departure, Ricky transition as filed. Climb via SID, departure frequency 125.9er, squawk 6721. American 1632, read back correct.
Don't need oxygen at 8,000 feet. About 12,000 is when you need it. I don't know if this aircraft models the hypoxia thing or not. Let's see, VY for best rate of climb is about 115 or so with this. But I'm going to reach 8,000 before I meet 115 knots. And then all we got to do is adjust the trim at cruise. This thing does not have an auto trim. That's the only bad thing about it. All right, so my
For 75600, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30, cleared for takeoff, right turn on course approved. For 7732 Juliet, Bakersfield ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha, Bravo.
So we went about 25 gallons per minute. About 20.
XL431 LA Tower, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
Down 22. Do that. We'll okay, so we are out of trim range.
For 6182 Golf, Riverside ground. Cleared to Long Beach Airport by the runway 27, departure procedure to Paradise. That's filed, maintain 4000, departure frequency 135.4, squawk 6450.
Come down here, go to auxiliary tanks. Auxiliary tanks uses this fuel tank. So you use the main tank for takeoff and landing, auxiliary at cruise.
For 6182 Golf, feedback correct. For 5 Alpha Foxtrot flighting 170, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
170 and 128.1.
Correct.
See how that
XL431 contact departure.
yeah, the trim
For
is still out.
139er, contact LA Center 135.5.
LA Center 135.5, 1399er. 35.5. Los Angeles Center, November 1399er, 8000.
For XL431, SoCal departure radar contact, climb and maintain 12000. For 1399er LA Center, hello, the Santa Maria altimeter 3012.
3012, 1399er. So 3012, so we'll go ahead and lower that altimeter.
215 Alpha Foxtrot, SoCal approach, Long Beach information, Victor is current expect visual approach runway 30.
And
215 Alpha Foxtrot, roger, Long Beach Airport is 9 o'clock, 7 miles, nice and sight.
Too far away for ATIS, can't hear it.
For 5 Alpha Foxtrot, roger, clear visual approach runway 30.
This plane does best between 8 and 9,000. Those are the two altitudes that if I can get this plane to fly at that altitude, it's got the best performance, the fastest ground speed. once you get into the teens, you know, 11, 12, 13, which it will do, it just, the ground speed starts to slug. Like right now, our ground speed's 176. So the higher you go, you start, you know, you get in that thinner air. The propellers are not super strong, or the engines are not super strong, so it's not like a turboprop where this thing will, you know, get up to like 24,000 feet. So this plane optimized below 10,000. And I usually limit my flights to about 80 nautical miles for this plane, just because it will take forever to get there. You know, it's like I try to do my flights for flying time in the air, so typically 30 minutes, 40 minutes in the air is my the window that I look for.
Radar contact 10 miles
so if I do a GA flight
Airport,
like this, it's about 60 to 80 miles.
135.5.
If I do an airliner, then I look anywhere between 200 to 300 tops
135.5
for miles for an airliner, just because I can go so fast, and it still gives me the same amount of flying time, you know, 30, 40 minutes or so.
Flighting 130, contact departure 127.4.
Let's see what Santa Marita, still landing 30, visual approach. There. We're gonna ask for the, well, we're just gonna ask for visual.
XL 431 SoCal approach, climb and maintain 17,000. For 215 Alpha Foxtrot, contact Long Beach Tower 119.4. For 648 Charlie Romeo, do you have Torrance in sight? Alright, Charlie Romeo, contact Torrance Tower 133.07. 215 Alpha Foxtrot, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, clear to land, wind calm.
Check my temperatures. Everything's still really in the green, so
Cirrus Jet 75600 at 6500.
close those. It's winter time, so that will certainly help with the
648 Charlie Romeo, Torrance Tower, make straight in, runway 29 right, clear to land.
engine heats.
75600 LA Center, hello. XL 431, fly heading 080 when able, clear direct Seal Beach VOR.
I changed the ACF file on this plane
XL 431, contact LA
to
Center
seat me a little bit higher in the seat. I think it would have been perfectly fine the way it was if you were in VR, but for a monitor, I like to have a little bit more of a view. So the ACF file, without altering it, puts you right about here as your default view, which, like I said, if you're in VR, it would probably look pretty normal, but I changed the default view from this to this. That way I can see more of the runway when I'm approaching. It's easy to change those things. You just go into Plane Maker and change the arm distance draw.
Do you have information Zulu at Bakersfield?
Oh, I have not checked. We'll get right on that right now, 600.
600, roger. Information Zulu is custom weather at Bakersfield.
Information Zulu at Bakersfield, thank you, 600.
November 600, I'm asking if you're using custom weather at Bakersfield.
Oh, no, negative. I am using the PilotEdge weather.
PilotEdge doesn't have weather.
75600, roger. Bakersfield is IFR right now, so you're going to be unable to land VFR currently.
That's why I took off IFR.
600.
What did that guy say? I didn't hear the last part he said. He said you know, Bakersfield is IFR, which is why we took off IFR, because it was like fog and mist. So you can't land into an airport that you can't see. So that's why the controller was like, yeah, you can't land there, VFR. Has to be a IFR approach. So basically, if he wants to get into Bakersfield, he has to select an instrument approach, which he has a gamut of options. He could do the ILS 30 right approach, which would be best right now with the winds. And that ILS minimums is 200 radar, so 200 feet above the runway, the ILS will bring you down to. So he could, if he wants to land at Bakersfield, all he has to do is ask for the ILS 30 right approach, and he can get vectored to intercept the localizer. But I guess he doesn't know that, or he's learning, and he will know that eventually.
Number 64, Charlie Romeo, taxi parking via Charlie. Number 5, Alpha Foxtrot, I think that was probably you calling then. Left turn, Delta, Foxtrot to parking, cross runway 261.
Temperature 19R, dew point 3, altimeter 3012, arriving and departing runway 30, visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact with
133.600 with information echo.
Santa Maria Public Airport, 8 information Yankee.
XL 431, contact LA Center 133.2.
Yeah, we got that 32, XL 431.
20,000 scale.
We're 7732 Juliet, contact departure. 75600, thanks. We're 139er, contact Santa Barbara, approach 120.55.
Santa Barbara approach 120.55, 1399. 2055. 12055, already got the ATIS.
XL 431 LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 330. We're 7732 Juliet, Bakersfield departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, clear direct Morro Bay via 1.
Climb 10,000, clear direct Morro Bay, 7732 Juliet.
American 1632, Las Vegas ground runway 26 right, taxi via Charlie Bravo. American 16, disregard.
Santa Barbara approach, Twin Cessna 1399er, 8000, current with Yankee, request visual 30 approach.
Correction, number 139er, Santa Barbara approach next. American 1632, I think 1080 at 6, you need runway 8 left.
Santa Maria tower is 18.3. It's already asked for my visual approach. The altimeter is fine.
American 1632, roger, runway 8 left. Taxi via
As soon as I get my descent
Delta.
order, I will switch to the main gas tanks again.
American 1632 start. It's going to be Bravo Alpha 8. For 139er, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000, 13899er. 5,000, we'll go back to the main tanks. So don't forget, take off and land on main tanks. And temperatures are fine. Those are closed.
So 5600. Contact Bakersfield approach 118.8.
Got a fuel full. Mixture full, I mean. Full rich for the descend.
Bakersfield Tower, Cirrus Jet 75600.
We're 75600, Bakersfield approach, hello.
I see a complete cloud cover. Is there any visibility at all to land onto the runway?
Yeah, it's called an ILS approach.
Negative. Bakersfield is IFR right now.
You need an ILS.
IFR, copy, 600.
He has no idea what that means. That's okay. You just need to request an ILS and then you can fly into Bakersfield. You don't have to be under IFR flight plan to do that. You can be VFR and request an instrument approach at any time. All right, so we'll do turn on our lighting.
Departure Baron 7732 Juliet.
We're 7732 Juliet. Go ahead.
Just a little PIREP here. We got tops at 8,500.
All right, so we're at 5,000.
We're 7732 Juliet, thank you. We're 139er. Descend and maintain 3,000, flighting 190. Advise the airport in sight.
Descend to 3,000, fly heading 190, and I do have to field for 1399.
For 1399, roger. Clear visual approach runway 30.
Clear visual approach runway 30, 1399.
XL 431. Roger, yeah. Clear direct Daggett if you're not already.
Okay. So that would be that way. So we'll come in for
XL 431, no, I'll just shame you on the frequency. Shame.
It's 1300 for pattern, so we'll just move our way down.
75600, traffic, 12 o'clock, 4 miles northbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 4,000.
Bakersfield Tower, looking for traffic inside 600.
For 600, roger. Mistake on the altitude, it's at 3,000 right now. For 7732 Julia, contact LA Center 135.5.
LA Center 355, 32 Julia.
For 13999, contact Santa Maria Tower 118.3.
Santa Maria 118.3, 1399. Santa Maria Tower, Twin Cessna 1399er, visual 30.
For 13999, Santa Maria Tower runway 30, clear to land, wind calm.
30, clear to land 1399er.
For 7732 Juliet, LA Center, hello.
Turn our base here. Be about 13.
For 75600, I see you climbing and descending. Are you in IMC right now? For 600, roger. That traffic's now maybe like your 10 o'clock, moving away from you at 3,000. He's no factor.
I see you wrote something there, M9. I'll take a look, see at what you wrote here in just a moment. I think the runway is on the left. I guess that's a taxiway on the right. Props are full. Full flaps at 80 knots. And again, I'm using the speed tape. That's the easiest way to gauge. I'm gonna have to add a curve. It's pretty sensitive.
XL 431, cross, Daggett, add and maintain flight level 240. Yeah, XL 431, you're probably going to be a little high. Descend and maintain flight level 240.
I'm going to practice a little bit of circuit work, actually. Not sure I like to. I'm going to do one more circuit. On 21.9er. Santa Maria Tower, Twin Cessna 1399er, off the runway at Alpha 5, request taxi back to 30 for closed circuit pattern.
We're 139er, runway 30, taxi via Alpha.
30 via Alpha 1399.
We're 75600, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles northbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 2,500.
Okay.
Las Vegas Tower, American 1632, ready to go at 8 left.
American 1632, Las Vegas Tower, runway 8 left at Alpha 8, cleared for takeoff.
8 left at Alpha 8, clear for takeoff, American 1632.
I'll leave those on, flaps are up. So then we'll do, I already got paid for it, I just want to practice that approach, a little bit of pattern work. See what traffic he gives me, I'm thinking left traffic. Trim for takeoff. Where is takeoff? Right there. Hey Gizmo, how you doing there, bud? Nice to see you dropping by. And what I missed with M9, will PilotEdge help as he would in real life? Yes. Yeah, if you needed, but see, he wasn't. Some controllers would have told that guy if you're asking about the guy that could have done like an ILS. Some controllers would have been like, you have an ILS available to you to land. But this controller was just straight up, you're not asking for an instrument approach, therefore you cannot land at an airport that is under IFR conditions. So he could have said, due to that, you can request an instrument approach down to minimums. But he never told the guy, so I don't know. I think PilotEdge should have told him personally. See where I'm going. Looks like I make a right turn here.
75600, traffic 12 o'clock, a mile and a half southbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 4,000, correction, 2,400. For 600, roger, that traffic's now off your left wing, 100 feet above.
Alright, I'm still in tower, that's all I need. You blundered into IFR conditions, I'm VFR pilot. I don't have fuel to make it to VFR conditions, help me.
We're 600,
yeah.
It's not
Aviate, navigate,
you don't need
communicate.
to follow him, I'm just pointing him out to you so you don't fly into him.
So that's what I'm saying, like, you know, the controller could have said,
For,
you have, some controllers have helped me with different procedures, you know, you have this, that, and another available to you, but they just don't do it, whatever. Some of them do, some of them don't. This guy just didn't want to, or didn't know to help the guy? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to do landing lights on. We'll do flash, strobes back on.
1632, Las Vegas departure radar contact, climb via SID.
I wonder in real life how that would work. I could see ATC would not volunteer that info as they could be liable for a crash.
Approach 120.55.
Yeah, that makes sense for in real life, but PilotEdge is like a training area. So for people, I mean, there's obviously the guy is new, otherwise he would have asked. Like, he just doesn't know. At least I would assume he doesn't know. So being that this is a training network, I feel like the controller should have said, hey, we do have options. If you want to look up your options, and if the guy says what options, then that would have been another clue for the controller to say, well, you have an ILS, you have an RNAV LPV approach, down to minimums, you have all these things that could have been done, but they didn't do it.
Shell 431 LA Center, hello. Do your best to cross CLAR, add and maintain 13,250 knots.
Santa Maria Tower, November 1399er, holding short 30 for closed circuit.
For 7732 Juliet, Santa Barbara approach. Confirm you wanted the visual to 25 and not 29er, the long one.
I'm gonna leave all my lights on.
32 Juliet, roger. Just gonna maintain 6,000. And
temperatures are
fly
green.
Your present heading, just gonna maintain 6,000 vectors, visual approach runway 25.
Since I'm doing pattern work, I'm gonna leave these open.
For 1399er, Santa Maria Tower, make right, close traffic, report midfield, downwind, each pass, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Make right, close traffic, report midfield downwind for 30 each pass, 30 clear for takeoff, 1399. Alright, so we're making right traffic, okay.
And Monte ground, Piper
Now,
Golf Bravo, Foxtrot Bravo, Romeo,
disclaimer,
request departure
I
to
do
the
not
west with
do
information Foxtrot, we're
pattern
on the
work
south end of the ramp.
normally, so could very well possibly mess this up, but I'm just trying to get an idea of how this plane feels with the landing
Foxtrot,
speeds.
Bravo, Romeo, Almonte ground, runway 19er, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
I got enough fuel, so.
Runway 19er via Alpha Bravo, Piper Golf Bravo, Foxtrot Bravo, Romeo.
Alright, props are full, so let's go. Climb up to about 400. You can make a turn at 400 feet above elevation.
1632, contact
this
LA
is
Center 133.2.
for about 600 feet. You can make your crosswind departure. So we're going to make our first turn. Hold here at about 1200, 1300, about 1300. We'll climb.
American 1632 LA Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Take off flaps. Santa Maria Tower, Twin Cessna 139, midfield, right midfield, runway 30.
For 13909er, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30, cleared for the option.
30, cleared for the option, 1399.
For 7732 Juliet, the
Alright, so then he gave me the option to either full stop or do a touch and go, so I'm going to do a touch and go. So we'll do a right base once we get the runway
just advise when you get to the airport
at a 45-degree thing, whatever, behind. So we'll lose a little altitude here. Go down 120 knots at 3/4 flaps. Make a right base to 30. Gear down.
Monte Tower, Piper Golf Bravo, Foxtrot Bravo, Romeo, holding short runway 19er, request right crosswind departure, please.
Making our final,
runway 19er, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
Runway 19, clear for takeoff. On course approved, Piper Golf Bravo Foxtrot Bravo Romeo.
I think I'll hold this at about 100 knots with full flaps and see what that does. Or 90. Let's go with 90 knots full flaps. Gear is down. Yep, 3 green. Flaps back all the way up. Full power. 80 knots. Rotate. Gear up. So I'd say about 90 knots with full flaps. Gave me a pretty good feel on that.
Contact SoCal, correction, Las Vegas approach 125.9er.
There's 700 feet, so that's 400 feet above ground. We can make our crosswind departure. We'll climb to about, I'm going to try to do a little better this time, climb to about 1,300. Gear is up. 115 is VY speed, so there's 1,300 feet.
XL 431, Las Vegas approach. Information, Golf is current, altimeter 3025, expect visual approach, runway 19 right.
Make our downwind.
XL 431, Roger, standby.
At midfield, we will announce our intentions or whatever.
Double checking. Visual approach 8 right is available. It's kind of a pain to get to. XL 431, Roger. Descend to maintain 8,000. Through to Juliet, Roger, cleared visual approach runway 25. 32 Juliet, contact correction, San Luis Tower 124.0.
Santa Maria Tower, Twin Cessna 139, midfield right 30.
1399, runway 30, cleared for the option.
30, clear for the option, 1399. So I'm going to target my right base at 45. So I'd like to lose a little bit of altitude first. Let's go back down to about 1,000. Then we'll start our turn. We'll do that much. Turn our base to 30. You got to stay within the 5 miles of the airport for closed circuit. There's the base. Gear down.
San Luis Tower, Baron 7732
Turn
Juliet.
final, runway 30, trying to maintain about 120 knots.
XL 431, fly present, heading vectors, visual approach, runway 8 right. 7732 Juliet, San Luis Tower, enter a right base, runway 25, cleared to land.
Right base 25, cleared to land, 32 Juliet.
See if it feels better with 100 knots at this much flaps. Just gets squirrely if I go too slow. It's like airspeed is your friend with this one. So right about, what is that, 90? Yeah, 90 knots with 3/4 flaps, basically.
Golf Bravo, Foxtrot Bravo, Romeo, SoCal approach, squawk 2730, maintain VFR. Golf Bravo, Foxtrot Bravo, Romeo, radar contact. 3 miles southeast of the Rose Bowl, maintain VFR at 3000.
Oh well, I seem to do better on that one. Close the cow flaps for taxi operations. I'll lean out the engine. And Santa Maria Tower, 1399 off the runway at Alpha, looking for the parking GA by the tower.
1399, taxi to parking via Alpha.
Parking via Alpha 1399, thanks, we'll see you. Alright, so we got strobes are off.
XL 431, fly heading 360, vectors right base, runway 8 right, descend to maintain 7000.
Might consider 75 to 80 on short final.
Angel 4 arrival.
It's 70. This thing stalls at 70. So let me practice it offline. So let me try it one more time, not have to worry about caught in the pattern. That's a good idea. Maybe full flaps at, I mean, I could do full flaps at 100. Whoa. I was taking off there. Stalls at 70, 90's about right. Yeah, 90 felt the best. I'm going to try it again with full flaps this time at 90. And then if it feels, I'm just trying to get the perfect touchdown rate for this thing. So say 90 with full flaps. Because 80 was too wobbly. I don't mind doing closed circuit work, but I don't want to do it for a long time because it takes up a lot of the controller's attention. So weekdays it's not bad, but you don't want to do it all the time on especially weekends. Very crowded people. All right, landing lights, strobes, trim for takeoff. Close those up. Alright, so this time 90 knots over the numbers. We'll see how that looks. bring in a notch of the flaps for anywhere in the white arc. Yeah, pattern work is definitely not my strong suit. Again, ride the stall horn down. Yeah, this plane's very hard to do that. Like, it just wants to fall out of the sky. As soon as it hits stall, I'm pulling all the way back on this yoke. So I don't know why, but it's hard to do that with this airplane. Alright, so we'll do 120. Props full. Turn base. Try 90 with full flaps. Did lower the gear, didn't I? Nope. Alright. It's almost better if you leave half throttle in this thing. Yeah, almost half throttle. So I think I want to add in a curve. Let me try a curve. So we'll go to yoke and we'll do response curve to, I don't know, drag it down to there and see if that makes any difference. If it stalls at 70, then 90 is right. General rule of thumb, final should be 1.3 stall speed. Whoops. So 90 would be the right speed for this airplane with full flaps, because that felt the best. I just don't want to take out the throttle to like idle, because that's where it starts doesn't do very well. I have seen that in real life, scary. Yeah, riding that down there. I fly the Beach 58 a lot. I try to keep decent speeds in. I'll go idle right at the end, but that's coming out of 90 to 100. Yeah, and this thing is very similar to that of the Baron. The way it handles is just, it feels super heavy if I get too slow at stall speed. So as soon as you get to like 70, you got to keep in some power, otherwise you just fall down. Overshot that one. Start doing too many laps and get behind. All right, so I'm gonna try this again. At 90, we'll go full flaps, or at 100, full flaps. Gear down. This will be the last time I try this. I think I got the speed right. The final approach speed, right about 90 is pretty good. And then just try to fly it level, and then take out the power at about half. And it will come in down on its own. You just have to leave the power in half on this plane and make it come down soft. Yeah. Window was open the entire time. I bet that was pretty breezy. But yeah, I like that 90 at full flaps. That works pretty good with half throttle on touchdown. And that's fine to keep a little power in to give you extra control. Yeah, that definitely helps. As a matter of fact, M9 with the TBM, I have found that when you're over the runway at like 10 feet, you know, you want to go to like flight idle or whatever. I have found the same thing with the TBM, that if I keep the throttle lever at like even 1 or 2%, just so it's acknowledging power just a little bit, it will float down nice and soft. But if you take it out to like the reverse part on the throttle, at least on my setup, then it does something similar to this plane where it just falls out, like it just loses all lift real quick. So definitely power in. I'm learning on these smaller GA planes helps a lot, unlike airliners where, you know, 100 feet above the runway, I could go to full idle and it just nice and easy flare. But GA planes, it's like you have to keep power in a lot. In the Cirrus SR22 you fly, you have leave some in as well. I pull it to idle in the flare. Bad things will happen. Oh yeah, I bet. In real life? Yeah, M9 flies the SR22, and I know that's the main plane. I think it's a buddy of yours, right? That you and a buddy fly the SR22. You do a lot of the flights in New England area, New York and stuff, I think you told me. But yeah, this plane definitely you want about between a quarter and half throttle within your flare. And it works out pretty good that way at 90 knots. Power down. And turn off those pumps. Turn off the gens. Fuel cutoff. Crash bar down. But it's a fun plane. This plane is very fun to fly. Just have to get a feeling for it, like any of them. That's the problem, though. You know, I fly like 12 different airplanes, so I'm a master at none of them. But then I beat myself up if I don't have a good landing. Well, if I flew the same airplane every single day, it would bore me. So I like the variety, you know. It makes it interesting and to test things like this because I have a checklist on my phone, so I put notes in here, you know, per airplane. So this airplane, I'm going to add the note that basically says at 90 knots, full flaps, and then to flare about half throttle. So that will remind me next time to, you know, how to nice sink it in there. Let me see. So let's stop that. Oh, and M9's heading out. All right, bud. Hey, thanks for the tips. That really helped. You do fly in the Northeast area, yes. Yep. I appreciate all the tips as usual, M9. I'll catch you next time you're around. I'm gonna do a quick replay and then I'm gonna take a break myself. So I'm pretty sure I'm offline, yeah. So this one should look pretty decent because that was the final one at 90 knots, full flaps. This one I put it in about half throttle. Yep, that works out really well. That speed, that flap setting, and that curve I added to the yoke, that made it a lot easier. I would love to have this plane in real life. This would be a fun plane to have. It's even got wing flex. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All those are off. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. That was a great conversation. Learned how to land this puppy the right way. What the heck? Okay. See you next time, Ginnigans. Thanks, bud.
Southwest 2165, what's your speed right now?
300 knots, Southwest 2165. Do you need something else, Chris?
No, that works. It's 300 or greater.
Okay.
Trying to pull you away from the company on the, coming in on the Hollywood, trying to keep you in front of them.
Okay, we'll just pick it up a little bit, Southwest 2165.
Hello, it's United 2069, descending via the Angel 4, 270 on the speed.
United 2069, SoCal approach at Circuit, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
At Circus, cleared for the ILS 25 left approach for United 2069, thanks.
Center American 275, 2714, descending via the Hollywood.
French 275, SoCal approach, Quebec current, altimeter 3004 at Circuit, correction at Sydney, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
Steve, clear for the ILS 25 left approach, we have Quebec American 275. And Center American 275, they have us 280 to AFTAR, and then is it normal speeds?
American 275, yep, that'll work for me.
Alright.
United 2069, maintain 280 knots.
280 knots, United 2069.
Skywest 3845, slow to 280 knots, contact approach 124.9.
Slow down to 282.9, Skywest 3845.